Today we're at home with Hermone, and today I'm going to teach you how to make some homemade salsa. I've had a bountiful season with yellow peppers that now they're starting to turn red and orange, so it's even prettier, and a bountiful of tomatoes. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So I am going to show you how to make homemade salsa from your own garden. So stay tuned, and if you like, push like. And if you try it and you really like it, subscribe. Thank you. Okay, everyone, these are the ingredients that you're going to need to make homemade salsa. Okay? You'll need lots of chili peppers. In this case, they're yellow peppers, and lots of tomatoes. And all you need to put in there is canning salt. Just a half a teaspoon of this per jar. And it's good for a whole year. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to rinse these and I'm going to put them on a cookie sheet and I'm going to turn my oven on to 400 and broil. And I'm going to roast them so that I can peel the skin off. So let me show you. Okay, so here we go. You rinse them and put them on a cookie sheet and then put them in your oven on broil on the highest rack that you have for your oven. And kind of watch them every 3 to 4 minutes. You want to watch them. Okay, so while the peppers are roasting, you're going to have to blanch your tomatoes. So you take a pot of water and only fill it up not even halfway, because you're going to put the tomatoes in here once the water is boiling, and you're going to blanch them. You have to take the skin off and the core of the tomatoes, and that's pretty simple. So I'm going to put the water to boil now. That one was done. That one was done. See, if you pinch the skin and it comes apart from the meat, that's done. So then you just put it in a plastic baggie. I have a Ziploc for a gallon baggie in a bowl, and just place the ones that are done. There's a few, actually. And all you want to do is pinch the skin. If you can lift it off the meat, it's done. Okay, so when you take them out, you put them in this Ziploc baggie, and I sprinkle a little bit of cold water on it and then seal the bag because you want them to steam. Okay? Okay, so the water is now boiling and I'm going to put in the tomatoes. I kind of just break off the stem, put it in there, and just watch them because the skin will just rip, and that means they're ready. Just leave them in there for a few minutes. Then you get a pot of cold water and you want to put, once they rip or burst, you put them in cold water and let them sit in cold water for a few minutes. Okay, they've started to burst. Let me show you. You'll see how it kind of bursts right there. Take it out, put it in cold water, let it cool. There's another one. Just mix them around and look for, okay, when they're all done and I put them in the cold water, but I'm going to rinse it because the water is now hot with all that. Okay, I took them out of the oven. I think they're pretty roasted. Now I'm just going to put them back in my baggie here. Okay, and now I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of water on top and then close the bag. Just a tiny bit of water in the palm of your hand is all you need. Then seal them and let them cool. Okay, everyone, I have done roasting all of those yellow peppers and red peppers. Look what I got. 2 gallon baggies. Okay. So remember, when you put them in the baggie, sprinkle a little bit of cold water on them and seal them. Now I'm just going to put them in the refrigerator and deal with them tomorrow because they're way too hot right now. So just put them in the refrigerator and let them cool until tomorrow. But we're dealing with the tomatoes, so stay tuned. Okay everyone, after they have cooled, you just take your fingernail and pull the skin off. And when you get to the core, just kind of carve it. If you have some flaws, you can carve around them and peel it off. Voila. That too easy? And they're not even hot. Just peel it up to the core and then just cut around the core. Sometimes there's a little brown spot on the bottom, just kind of cut it off. Okay everyone, all them tomatoes came down to this. This is all the cores and the peelings, so I'm going to throw them out, either in my compost or to my chickens. So here you go. Now you can mash these with your hand if you want, or you can put it in a kitchen Cuisinart, however you choose. Blend them up, not in the blender, just mash them, that's all, okay? And here is our roasted yellow peppers, okay? So obviously these 2 bags are too much for that, but you can always put it in the freezer. Okay, so I take about 2 ladles of tomatoes, put it in my food processor. And there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to chop up the peppers. Just go ahead and scoop them in there. Scoop in some more. Okay, so now I'm going to mix them together. So what I do is I mix the peppers into the tomatoes, because then I can control how hot and spicy I want it, because if I just dump in this whole bunch of peppers in there and I don't have enough tomatoes, it might be just a little too spicy. So I gradually introduce the peppers. Okay? Throw about half of it, mix it around, and you'll start looking and seeing the ratio of how much peppers to how much tomatoes. So I'm going to put a little bit more because there's still too many tomatoes. So I feel comfortable that this whole bunch of peppers will just fit perfectly, because even if it is a little spicy, I kind of like it spicy. But if you like it less spicy, you could put less peppers. Okay, and just by mixing it around, you can start seeing how it's mixing, and it looks pretty even to me. So just keep mixing it. And if you wanted spicier, you can put more peppers. If you want it less spicy, you could put more tomatoes, okay? So now we're ready to put it in jars. So look at the way it looks. Looks pretty even to me, the way I like it. So now I will get my jars out of the dishwasher.